Hello and welcome to today's mini practice on managing stress through yoga. In today's practice, we'll be using some very specific breathwork techniques as well as some healing movements to help to reduce those habitual patterns of tension that stress can form in the body, helping us to free a little bit more space for the breath and free a little bit more space for ease of movement in the body. You'll just need a cushion or something you can sit onto and your mat. So go ahead and grab those and let's head on over. So just coming into a really comfortable seat, I have my bolster here. You could either sit cross-legged or you could sit with knees bent, see what feels nice for you. Just allowing yourself to set yourself up into a position that feels really supportive for you. Make any little adjustments you need to so that you feel really just settled here and you have the opportunity to just begin to notice your body. You can also sit onto a chair, that's perfectly fine. Just really setting yourself up. I invite you to close your eyes if that feels okay, or you could have your gaze gently down and forward with a soft focus. And then we'll start with a little check-in. So just noticing now how you feel around the area of your eyes. So as you close the eyes or as you keep them open, just noticing if there's any tension there, any holding, any feeling of tiredness or achiness. We're constantly looking out at our screens. So just seeing if you can meet that with a little bit of softening. Bring your attention to your jaw, noticing how your jaw is feeling. And you could even have a little sort of exploration by opening and closing the jaw. Noticing if there's any tension there. And if you feel like taking a little yawn to release any tension there, that could also be really nice. And notice around your throat, maybe even swallowing. Noticing how you're feeling around the area of your throat, your chest. Maybe start to notice your breath as it sort of moves into this space. And we're not trying to control the breath or change the breath, just noticing how it is. And with that attention on the breath, noticing if you're breathing a little bit shallower, like in the chest, or lower down into your belly. No wrong or right, we're just observing. So noticing where you're feeling your breath. Noticing your lower back, if there's any tension there, if you feel like you need to move or shift or change your position a little bit, that's always welcome. Okay, so from this sort of starting point of noticing inwards, seeing where we're at in this moment, kind of keep that in mind for the rest of the practice and have a little check-in afterwards. Okay, so you could gently start to blink your eyes open if that feels good. Okay, and we'll take the hands out to the side. Take a little breath in and reach the arms all the way up. As you reach up, see if you can find a sense of lengthening through both sides of the body, both side waists, getting long. And maybe even a little bit of a lift of the front of the body, almost like you're trying to stretch open the front body a little bit more, creating a little bit of space. So we quite often kind of crunch over our front body. And we're giving a little space for the organs here. And then allow the right fingertips, I'm going to mirror you, to float to the earth. We're reaching up and over into that side. So stay quite strong onto the fingertips. See if you can breathe into this little pocket just under the armpit. Almost like you're trying to create a little bit of space in between each little rib there. Breathing into the muscles and that side body. You could turn your head up a little bit to look skyward. Or you could keep the gaze gently down wherever your neck feels most comfortable, yeah? Noticing how your neck is feeling here. Take another breath in, reach the arms up, lengthen upwards, and then the same to the other side. So staying on fingertips. So you keep this sense of opening through that left side body as we reach up and over to the opposite side. Again, see if you can breathe into this little pocket of the armpit. With all these little tiny ribs in there and the little muscles in between those ribs. Imagine creating a little bit of space there with your breath. If that feels good, if that feels interesting. Take another breath in, reaching up. Remember, you can always change the position of your legs if you feel like you get a little bit of tension building. And we're going to twist over to the right. So moving from the belly, then the ribs, then the chest, kind of moving sequentially from the base of the spine upwards. And then allow the hands to float down, just arriving wherever they feel comfortable. So maybe the hand to the outside edge of that right leg, back hand to the back of your cushion or the chair. Lifting and lengthening, perhaps from the base of the spine. And again, noticing, checking in, where do you hold those little pockets of tension? Okay. Can you lift the left ear up slightly, as if you're trying to listen out for something up in that left top corner of the room? Maybe the top of the left shoulder softens. And then we'll gently rotate back, head, neck, chest, shoulders, belly. Take a moment to notice. And then we'll do that same on the other side, reaching up, lengthening upwards. And then gently allowing yourself to twist to the opposite side. See if you can meet any strong effort with a kind of softening. So there's no need to push, there's no need to force. We're just seeing where the body wants to move to, listening and following. See if you can relax your jaw here. Maybe even breathing out as you do. Noticing if anything relaxes as you release that tension through the jaw, through the face. And then gently lifting right ear. Noticing how you feel across the side of the neck. Notice the gentle lengthening action. And then gently allow yourself to de-rotate back through to center. So remember, we could be doing all of this from a chair, yeah? Okay, I'm going to turn a little bit to the side now, just so you can see what I'm about to do next. We're going to round into the spine, bringing chest into chest, and then drawing the chest forward and through. So we're getting some movement through our spine. So our spine is like this beautiful stabilizing structure through the body. But also, it's like that little highway where all the nerve endings run through, bringing information from body to brain and brain to body. So we want all those little pathways to be free-moving and spacious. So just gently back and forth again, just noticing how that movement is feeling through your body today. Noticing if you want to hang out a little bit longer in one shape or another. Noticing if you want to go a little bit slower or faster. No wrong or right. Notice perhaps that the head just gently follows the movement of the rest of the spine. You could just allow it to do that. Eyes might be open or closed. We'll keep going with this for a little bit longer. Just allowing yourself to perhaps enjoy the movement. Seeing what might feel nice. You might allow yourself to take a little bit of a side bend, or maybe it becomes a little bit more rotational. Again, just seeing how your body might like to move. And if you are going in circles, we'll gently go the opposite way. You could even do this from your desk, like a little movement break for your body. Okay, and then we'll slowly bring that movement to a close. Take a moment to sit and notice what is moving, what feels alive in your body. Any changes, any shifts. Okay, I'm going to turn back to face you. And I'm going to just change the positioning of my legs. So from here, I'm going to just come into a very simple breath practice. So see if you can take one hand onto your belly and the other hand around about the area of your heart. So we'll breathe into that lower belly space. So we can't actually breathe into the belly, right? There's no lung there. But see if you can almost imagine sending your breath down as low as you can. And you might notice that there is some movement there. So under that lower hand as you breathe in, we feel perhaps a little bit of feedback from that hand, sort of receiving the belly as it expands out into the hand. And as you breathe out, there's a sort of drawing in and up. So we're freeing up this lower belly area. So sometimes when we are tense or stressed, we can breathe using only these kind of secondary muscles of our breathing mechanism, sort of our neck muscles and our chest. When we're relaxed, our breath can move a little bit more freely through the whole body. So you'll notice here there's no specific sort of counting or controlling of the breath. We're simply trying to allow the breath to move low and slow into the body. And you go at your own rhythm, breathing low and slow. And then if you like, you could see if you could start to make the exhale a little bit longer than the inhale. So we feel the belly expand out with the in-breath. And breathing out through the nose, if that feels okay today. Emptying out. Emptying, emptying, emptying. Till you feel like you can't breathe out anymore. And then take a slow breath in. Not a gasp in, but a nice gentle breath in. Breathing out. So we try to empty out right to the bottom of the lung, both lungs. Using a little bit of muscular activation to expel that final little breath of air. And then allowing the breath to naturally move in and fill. Breathing out. Once again, feel that slight drawing in the belly, almost to help push the breath, final little breath out. And then allowing the breath to move in naturally, not a big gasp. If you're taking a big gasp, you're probably making the exhale a little bit too long. So breathing in. And last one, breathing out, emptying out completely. And then taking a natural breath in. Sit, pause, notice. Take a final little check-in. Notice your eyes, your jaw, your throat, your chest, your shoulders, your belly. Notice any difference or any changes from when we started our practice. Thank you so much for joining me in today's mini movement practice for managing stress. If you'd like to join my upcoming course, you can have a little look at the link in the description. Bye.